Okay, hello everyone. It's been a long time since I've done a face a camera video, right? And I'm back to chess for today. No calculus, okay? Um, no calculus today, just chess. Let's see what we've got. So, okay, my webcam is right here. Yeah, cool. Now we're just gonna play some blitz. Let's see what happens. Let's do blitz, okay? Let's see um how good of a game that I can play. So, long story by the way, last time I did a chess video, my ratings were much more different. I got uh, pluses and minuses, and I'm back to 2300 for Blitz, I guess. My bullet is still probably 2300 to be honest. I'll check later, but let's play London system for now. Let's play it safe, to be honest. I'm not really into risk right now. Let me put my audio down. Okay, so he's blocked in his bishop. Um, let's just put our bishop in and sort of flex on the fact that we haven't blocked ours in. I'll bring this bishop back so that a trade is much more pleasant. Um, b6, he wants to go c5 or something. Now, we have to really fight for this e5 square like this, otherwise it's going to be taken away from us. And let's play knight b to d2 as well to help maybe get some support in. Now I'll plonk my knight onto e5, put my other knight on f3, and perhaps I can annoy him by working on a pin that I could conduct over here, right, with bishop h4. Alright, now he's gone knight there. Um, it's clear he wants to do something, take something, whatever. Um, what I want to do is play f4 or something like that, right? I could also go queen f3 and long castles, to be honest. That's an interesting Pillsbury attack-like sort of motive. That could also work really well, to be honest. I'm thinking about doing it. The issue with f4 is that he can just play knight to e4 and play f5, and then we get like a symmetrical stonewall type position, and I don't really like those. They bore me a lot, right? I'm quite bored of them. So I'll just go queen f3, completely dominate the e4 square, take it for myself. Um, then I might castle long actually and go and push Harry, as Simon Williams says. Um, I could also push it up to h5 and then put the rook behind it, but that looks like beginner chess, really, honestly. Um, okay, what's the time? It's 12:30. Lunchtime, essentially, a lunchtime recording. A little bit of a break, but let's see what happens. Um, yeah, so what do you guys think so far of has my playstyle changed a bit? Is it the same maybe? Say, oh, okay, this guy he's made his first. It might be a blunder. We just have to analyze it and check. So I'm proposing that I can play knight takes f7 here, given that he has to take the knight, otherwise he loses his queen and bishop, and then I take this bishop like this and I win a pawn. The issue with that, however, is that he can probably get his rook will be here then, and my queen will be hit as soon as he moves his knight out of the way. So what I'm trying to say is I'm going to get fired at by a discovered attack like knight e4, forcing me to bring my bishop back to an unpleasant place. Then he'd swap the knights, so then he'd play g5 maybe and completely pin down my bishop. However, I'd go queen to g3 in that situation and pin the pawn to the king. So, and then he'd go king h8, and perhaps I'm fine there. So let me look at that again. I'm running low on time, but don't worry, I have increment. Takes, well, knight e8 as well. Bishop back, g5 once again doesn't work. Okay, I'm doing it. 100%. Let's take this, and I've won a pawn. I knew he was going to do that. Once again, my calculation has panned out so far. If he goes g5, I had said queen g3, but only if his knight moves. If his knight stays there, I have to go queen g4 instead. But that does it impair anything? In fact, can he go g5, queen g4, knight f6? Oh, I didn't think of that. I missed something, man. I missed something. Okay, I definitely missed something. But okay, no, I haven't missed anything because I have king takes d2. It's quite pleasant. What? I didn't see that move. That's impressive because he's trying to like bust open the entire center. Um, the only good move I have is just this, I guess. Okay, queen moves somewhere. G3 makes sense. Yep. Put pressure here as well. The knight is under immediate fire, so he's going to give me a check. I don't think he takes this because he helps me out by allowing my pawn to protect my king. But if he gives me a check, 100% I'm not taking this because I open up his queen against my king, and it's just unpleasant. So after he checks me, I may have to hide somewhere, like e2 or c1, right? So knight check. If I go to c1, then he might go queen f6. That's not really fun, is it? If that's what you find fun, I have nothing against it, but you must have some psychopathic tendencies. So should I go queen h3? Maybe not because he goes g5 and I've wasted a move. I think I might go rook d1 and tuck the king like this, just to essentially castle by hand or artificially castle myself. Despite the mess that my king has got into, I can somehow escape it, I think, unscathed. Um, he can play c4, d4, and that's definitely unpleasant. So c4, bishop e2, d4, king d1, definitely ugly for me. But I think after c3, king b1, I might be quite safe, right? Um, Also note that I've got a bishop pair, and you may not care if you're like a 800 rated player, but above the rating of 2000, bishop pairs start to actually matter. So I have to be skillful enough to use the bishop pair properly, right? If you're 200 or like 800, once again, don't worry about this advice. You probably would benefit more from having knights because they're more tricky, and but that's just what I would say to the stronger people out there. That bishop pairs are really nice, and you should really be happy if you have one. Learn how to use it. So this move is obviously attacking the pawn, so of course I come back like this. No questions asked. However, what's his follow-up? c4. I could predict that. I knew he was doing that. Let's just yeet the bishop back, and now he might go c3. Yes, there we are. I've predicted his moves accurately so far, I guess. Let's see. So I'll go king b1 as I suggested earlier, in order to sort of, so when he takes, right, I'm not occupied with a check anymore. I can do what I want. I have one move freed up essentially. I'm going to go here now, put pressure in the center, and it is looking scary if he goes queen here, but I do have impending pin, right? And if he does nothing at all to deal with it, then there we are. You see, he's done nothing to deal with it. I'm going to exploit it, of course. However, I still need to be careful. It's not the end of the road yet, because he can still somehow force me into a mistake. Because I have 8 seconds left on my clock. I have 8 seconds. Oh, okay. Let's take this. It's threatening mate here somehow. Um, oh, I can't stop it. No. Okay, I lost. Ah, that's so unpleasant. I think I've lost that one. Okay, and the computer says I was losing mate in 5. Here, however, I guess the correct way to approach this would have been to take the bishop instead and then go rook here. But once again, pressure of the moment gets to you. I apologize for that. I've lost my first game on the video. I'm gonna try and make up for it. Knight f3. Let's play knight f6 and uh, English opening. Okay, English opening. We're just gonna copy each other, I suppose. Okay, take this. Never mind, no copying. Let's go knight here, and I'm gonna. He's gonna do a Marozzi bind structure. I might do a hedgehog. Essentially, where I go e6. He might go knight d5 though. Never mind. E6, bishop there, bishop there. This isn't a hedgehog anymore, but rather a Scheveningen structure, I guess. Let's castle as well and copy him. Um, Nothing much so far. The game hasn't been too eventful. Knight d5 is what I expected. I'm gonna take now. He takes back, of course, and we get a little bit of chaos in the middle. Essentially, that's the idea behind this. So I'm gonna go rook c8 now. Actually, no, the other rook to c8. I need this rook to be protecting the pawn because otherwise he would have done this. Yeah, and then he would have taken this. But since my rook is chilling there, I am in time to protect it. Now b4 is expected. But I can just go queen b7 and deal with it quite easily, right, like this. I put pressure here, I play d5 and go here as well. Nothing much really, nothing special. I haven't had to make a challenging decision yet, essentially. He's not making it difficult for me. Queen d2 makes sense. He protects the pawn that I had been threatening. Now I think I might go d5, but then the issue is, despite opening up my bishop, it does create slight weaknesses on the c5 square particularly. Like he can put his knight there. That's why I'm not really much in a rush to smash the center open. Um, what do I do then? Like, is there a genuine plan for me, or do I just chill? Do I just sit tight and relax? I think I go bishop here, like this, and then I reroute my knight somehow. Maybe I can cause a bit of mischief, right? He's gonna knight f5. Oh, that's a dangerous move because he's attacking this guy as well. It's pawn here. Two ways. So is this the moment I go d5? Definitely not, because he takes my bishop. So I think I go rook d8 and just play it safe and allow him to take my bishop and attain a bishop pair for himself, maybe. Um, so let's see how it goes then. I'm doing quite poorly on time today. I have to work on that, but I haven't played uh, properly for a long time now, so perhaps it's expected that my timing slightly sucks. So I think I can go c5 now, and it's safe because now I'm playing c5 with tempo on his bishop. So it's a much more aggressive and direct move to play. I'm sure you can understand the logic that I'm using. Also, if he were to take on c5 with his pawn, he would open up my rook like this against his queen. I'm sure he doesn't want that, right? So he might just take this or chill back with his bishop on a1 or something like that. Or bishop to a1 actually looks goofy. But bishop to yeah, he might do that. If he does though, then I could probably do c takes b4. I could do that now actually. Um, I don't know though. It looks like there's too much pressure involved. Okay. Okay. Let's go. How is queen a7 by the way? This is chat. This is crazy. Like queen a does queen a7 work? Does it do anything? Because the idea is to fire up against his king, really. How about if I just wait it out and play rook to c8? Just threatening to play c4. And to those of you who are close-eyed, or who have a close eye, sorry, you may be like, there's no threat, really. But the idea is to create a pass pawn. Anyway, that's completely over-prioritized by the fact that he's threatening a mate in one against my king. So how do I stop that without getting immediately murdered? Right? How do I? I think I've messed up again because if I go bishop back, he takes my knight. If I go pawn up, he takes my knight once again. If I move my knight, he takes it. If I move my knight there, he mates me. I actually don't know what to do, so I'm screwed. I've screwed up the game. Oh, great. Huh. Okay, I guess this is a resignation then. Yeah, 2 games in a row. How exciting, right? Third game, I guess. I've lost a bit of rating point. Let's see if I can win this time. Let's play Sicilian defense. It didn't go well last time. Um, what? How dare he bishop check me? This guy. Do I take it or not? You know what? I'll take it. I don't know what I've got myself into, but let's try this out and see what happens. So I'm of course inviting some awkward trade here. Um, and it might benefit me because my rook opens up, but it does waste a tempo, to be honest. So now he's gone there. I'm going to just take this and play my knight here. Simple, right? Simple, logical chess. Get hold of the center, fianchetto the bishop, bring the knight out to f6, and the rest is... It's not historical, but it is history. So let's see. Let's go queen b6 and chuck the knight back. And in fact, I have a change of heart now because his knight would threaten to come here, so I would have to go e6. But here, I think it's completely fine, really. Should I still go e6 anyway, or let me just go knight f6 instead? It's a less committal move. Like the knights, 100% we know where they're going to go. The bishops, however, it's a little more ambiguous. So now he threatens e5 of some sort, so I'm going to block that with the knight, with 2 knights actually, and the pawn, which I can further consolidate using my bishop. He's gone d4 now, not something that I didn't expect once again. Um, Perhaps I could do a massive trade here, but as you all know, trades in the center really benefit the guy who's more developed. And in that case, white has more pieces out. So that's why I don't think I should trade. I'll go g6 and bishop here. Here, right? He might go e5, d5 or something, but d5 is definitely unscary. I can just come here. That is also not too special. I can just take by pawn or something. Actually, let me think more because takes. That's dangerous. bit dangerous. Because if I were to ignore everything and do this, he has b4 at the end and he pins my knight. So perhaps this is a bit of a constructive moment, but I do need to think it through and be careful. I'll just go for this anyway and take my pawn, I guess, which isn't what I wanted, but um, I didn't want to wake up today. I wanted to sleep, so who cares, right? It's just emotions. Knight takes. If he goes b4, in hindsight, actually, my knight protects the square. So I could get away by doing this, but it just feels more safe to go knight takes. I'll do that then, yeah, and exploit once again the fact that my knight protects the square on b4. But if he is to go rook b1 and threaten b4, I would have to move my queen out of the way of this quite dangerous pin over here. Okay, so but anyway, one of my ideas is to castle. As long as I get castled, escape my queen from not from this pin here, then I will be safe. Of course, I wouldn't put my queen here. That would be quite bad. So it's not like I'm fully 100% dismissed safe, right? There's still a bit of work that has to be done. Okay, so he's gone queen d2, of course threatening b4. Why don't I just put my queen back here and threaten my own knight b3 move? I could do that. I could also go queen a5 and offer a trade, but then he would just take rook takes maybe and play rook b. Oh, that's actually quite pleasant, isn't it? He would take and then go check or something. No, that's not good. Okay, I'll just come back here. Um, if he goes b4, of course I'm threatening two things at once here. I'm threatening to take this pawn for free. Of course, maybe his compensation is an opened rook, but I'm good at dealing with that. Another threat I have is this fork here, as you can see, right? The queen and the rook against the knight, and I win one. So I predict that he takes this, takes this, takes this, and then he forces my king to do something illegal or like this, right? But who knows? We'll see. Of course, I have to do this. Takes, take. Okay, never mind. He didn't take. He's instead uh, geniusly, actually, he's created a weakness that he's targeting. Quite smart by him. I can respect that. Um, I think I should just return with my queen, protect it and castle, and just be relaxing. So let's do that. Once again, um, uh, should I be concerned with b4? Probably not, because my knight and pawn are protecting it. And the difference between this situation and say this situation is that the bishop isn't there anymore. It's gone, so I don't have a pin to worry about. And also a pawn is here, so it can protect a lot of dark squares in the center. Of course, he might be planning to put a rook on c1 at the moment, or on d1 instead, actually, to go to d5. But let's just castle and hope for the best. He might go rook d7 now, and that looks scary. It looks nasty, but just trade rooks, man. Don't be scared. Trade rooks, and keep calm and trade the rooks. Basically, that's my motto for today, right? Um, Keep calm and trade the rooks. Yep. So not only do I want to trade the rooks, more importantly, I want to cover this square. In fact, I'm covering it with like 4 separate pieces. So it's starting to look like an algorithm connecting to one point situation that you see on YouTube. Terrible analogy aside, let's go right here maybe. The issue with going here is that he easily blockades. He trades and easily blockades the resulting pass pawn. So I think I should just play a waiting move as he's done here. He's played a waiting move. I'll play a waiting move. He's indecisive. I'll be indecisive as well, just so that I wait for him to make the move as he's done just now, and I take this. Okay. Now he's threatening c5. It's obvious what he's gonna want to do. Let's just go knight d4, and I mean, if he takes this, we get a trade, and I take this pawn back. So that's quite safe. If he trades on, okay, that's exactly what's happened, I guess. Let's think. All right, I'll take this, and I'll take this. Okay, rook c7 now. He looks like he's forking my stuff, but let me just check him on the back rank, and then I don't have bishop e5 because his knight's there. I'm gonna go knight d2 then. Yeah, that should do the trick. Check. Yep. And he goes here maybe or something. I don't know what he does. Um, it's looking pretty safe though, right, for me. Let's take this. He'll probably return to c7. Never mind. I'll go e6 to open up the bishop, and um, rook a2 to target the a4 pawn. This is looking a little drawish to me, but the fact that he's committed all his pawns to light squares gives my bishop an opportunity to cause some penetrative attack against his king. Let's go here now and try trade the pawns off, just so his winning chances are neutralized. The reason I'm saying he has winning chances is because he was about to win this pawn and have a passed pawn here. That's good. Now it's basically a draw, unless I can somehow force him into a mistake thanks to the use of a bishop. But given that all the pawns are on one side of the board now, the board has essentially been shrunken in its size, so it's easy for the knight to actually uh, excel in this position. Okay, so that's why I need to be a little careful. Let's go here. Allow the check, of course. Classic behavior, I guess. Um, Maybe it was a mistake in hindsight, but let's see what happens. Okay. Um, Rook b8, yeah, that's what I thought he'd play. Let's just let's come back. I mean, realistically, his checks are quite useless, so you know, quite safe. I might go h5 now. Okay, h5. Yep, he's gonna give me this check then. Oh no, wait, no, I blundered, mate. Wait, chat, is this real? Wait a sec. He has check. How did I blunder that? That's ridiculous. He has check. Look, like, does he have? If he has checkmate, then that's just ridiculous, right? I'm not going to be checkmated by a rook and a knight and a pawn, right? Come on, man. This is ridiculous. This is unacceptable. I can't believe I fell for this. He might go g4 now, and then a g5 mate. Actually, if he wastes even, oh yes, he lost on time. This guy, he lost on time. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I've won one game on time. 100% luck, zero skill. I'm just kidding. It was skill because I managed to put him in a position where he has to think, right? That's why chess is 100% skill, 0% luck. That was a skillful win by me. I manipulated him into losing on time. Okay, next game now. I have to get over my elation and convert it into a second win. So now we're playing generic French defense, I suppose. Let me go here, pin his knight. We might do a castle queenside movement. Um, like this. Okay, and rook e1 and stuff. Let's castle queenside again and hope for the best. I knew that was going to happen. I might go f3 actually. It looks like a or h3. F3. I'm going to go f3. g4, h4, h5. Okay, that's the plan here. Let's go rook e1 to pin the bishop to the king essentially to restrict his mobility to sort of suffocate his position a little bit. Then I may hide my king in the corner. Oh, that's a suspicious move. That's really sus because his queen was just a moment ago protecting the bishop, but now it's not. So the question is, do I just go queen e3, force the bishop back, or something? You know what? I'll go g4, something very direct. Push the bishop back to e6. Yep. Then I can play knight here, here, and really target his bishop, really pummel at it. So let's go for e2 and f4. I could have gone for h3 as well, but I don't know. To be honest, it was a 50-50 situation. I can also go h3, f4, f5, by the way, but he has g6 to combat the f5 move in particular. So I'll go knight f4, attack the bishop, also gain myself a bishop pair. He's going to go knight f8, obviously, to allow himself to protect the bishop for a second time. Otherwise, I win the pawn here. His pawn on f7 will come here and I'll take it. So he has to go knight f8. I don't know why he's thinking. He shouldn't be thinking here. He's a 2000 rated guy, but maybe he has come up with a revolutionary like knight e4 move, for example. That could be fun. Or like knight takes g4, one of these moves which opens up the bishop. Never mind, I've been duped. He was thinking about nothing all along. Let's just steal the pawn then. Steal it, take the pawn. There we are. And he's gonna offer me a trade somehow by moving the bishop there. Yes, rook trade that is. Do I? I sort of have to take, don't I? Yep. Then I can go bishop here and rook somewhere. One good thing about this pawn is that it prevents him from really utilizing this pin to its full potential. So that's something that's not really lucky. It's just that I planned out in advance that I wanted to point out to you guys so that you can apply in your own games. Let's go here and offer a rook trade. Once again, keep calm and trade the rooks. Another option for me is to scoot the bishop back here and play queen f4, threatening maybe some mate if he moves the wrong piece. but it's not 100% that I checkmate him on the spot. So he's trying to use his pin. Do I go a3 just to force him to make a choice and ask a question for his bit? I'll do that, just to force him to make a decision. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. The idea is if he does this, takes, a bunch of stuff, knight b6, knight c4 is annoying, but I have the bishop pair in a quite crowded endgame with, not crowded, but just lots of pawns on both sides. So the board won't be, you know how last game all the pawns were on one side in the endgame, so my bishop couldn't be used to its full potential. Here, not only are all the pawns scattered on both sides of the board, meaning that the board is enlarged, I also have two bishops, not just one. So endgame sort of situations are looking good for me. Now I think I'll take this. Is he seeing a perpetual check of some sort? I question his ability to process, but I'm just kidding. He's a good guy. Okay, knight b6, knight c4 is an obvious threat of his. Let me go knight a2 and queen c3 to combat that. Right? I think that makes the most sense to me. I could also go rook e1 to be fair and offer a trade, but then he has knight c4 once again. So bishop f1 is also a goofy looking move that physically actually stops the c4 square directly, right? Just protecting the square directly, but um, it blocks in my rook and it feels a little slow to me. So I think the most direct option is knight to queen c3, as long as I'm not missing anything else. So knight c4, queen c3 is my course of action, right? Knight c4, queen. He may go rook e2 soon, however. So I have to watch out for that and maybe sit tight for a few moves, defend until I eject his rook from my second rank. Um, so what does he do then? Knight a4? If he goes knight a4 instead, which prevents the c3 square and threatens a mate, that's where I go queen b4 instead of queen c3. So that's the good thing about this knight. It protects both of these which my queen can go to, which are both beneficial. Okay, he's gone to c4, so I go queen c3. As I said, stick to the plan. Nothing wrong, I'll go queen c3. He might have to put the queen back just because he's currently a piece down and he doesn't want to trade queens, does he? An endgame would really suit me because I'm a piece up and um, you know, I'm the one that's defending right now. He's on the attack, so he ideally doesn't want to trade queens. Okay, so now he's sort of trying to stir something up. This guy, he's cooking. He's cooking. So um, let me go rook g1 maybe. Just something conservative, something uh, not too brash really. Just sit tight and defend. He's gonna now trade queens, I expect, and go knight a3, or he just puts his queen back and then goes knight a3, which is a little more dangerous. But then I can go bishop c1 or knight c1 even if it gets that desperate. All right, so he's gone there. Do I go queen to? Oh, okay. He's threatening a check. That's the idea. This check looks annoying, so I can go bishop c1 to completely protect myself against it, like this, right? Yeah. He may give me this check, but once again, I'm easily blocking it with the queen and threatening a trade as well, whilst also a bit of infiltration going on here. Essentially, this guy, maybe he's too occupied attacking me. I can put my queen here and sneak it over to f8 somehow, right? And that could cause disaster, especially if I go g5 and let my bishop join in as well with the attack. So he's gone there. Nothing to object uh, for that move, but I think queen here or maybe bishop f1 and take the knight off the board makes a lot of sense to me, right? I think I'll do that actually. Bishop f1. Just double checking if it's safe. Yes, it is. And I can take the knight off, and he's lost a major asset in his attack. That's my idea with this move. Yes, I am sort of intentionally giving a pawn away, but if he is to take this pawn, then I can take on c4 and gain the e-file for myself. So I'm willing to part with the pawn just for the sake of my rook being more active. At the moment, it's looking like a beta male. Really. What is it doing? It's a literal couch potato. But in a few moves' time, my rook is gonna really reach its full potential, right? Like this. Furthermore, if he is to give me a check, I'm not obliged to block it. I can just put my king aside. So let me check him like this now. Force the king forward. Really awkward for him, the situation. But I think he's well equipped to defend against it. I'll put the queen back then. Knight b4, knight d5 is now what I expect. Yep, let's go here. It's defensive. Okay. Yes, and I'm also threatening the pawn. That's just an extra thing. Though. Now I can go knight c3 and offer yet another trade, so that he's only left with two attacking pieces, and that's quite miserable for him. Um, right? There's nothing else you can do really. Knight b4. Yep. Okay, take. Now d5, queen g7 really is lethal. Um, Bishop g. Also, important thing. Reminder: he doesn't have any checks, so he's pretty much assetless now. He has no checks at all. No logical checks, at least. Oh, let's take the rook. What's he doing? He just blundered his rook. This 2000 made guy just in the stress, in the heat of the moment, he's going to resign now or lose on time. There we are. Good. I'm actually, I'm actually doing okay now. I've been recording for half an hour. Ridiculous. Okay. Um, let's check the game review on that. Yes, why not? Let's just check the game review. Maybe I've got an accuracy score of 80-ish%. Let's see. That's what I feel anyway. 78. Okay, I was close. Quite an inaccurate game for me, but let's see. So book moves, blah blah blah, book moves, book moves, book moves. Okay, this is where the book moves end. So I castle queenside. Nothing significant happened so far. Yep, knight four is good. Here you can see I already have a +1 point advantage. Um, that's my mistake, I guess, because he has um, queen a5. Um, okay. Apparently this is a brilliant move because he has a perpetual check. Oh, that's his mistake. After this, I'm completely winning, right? Um, here, what did he actually have to play here after king b1 instead of knight b6? Is it this move, right? Does he literally have a perpetual check? Is that the case? He literally he doesn't have a perpetual check, does he? Like surely he doesn't, right? King a2, queen a5, king b3, queen b king a3, queen. Yeah, that's king a1, queen a5, king b2, queen. Okay, essentially the idea is if I go forward, he just keeps checking me, right? And there's no escaping that, and it's just going to repeat. Okay, um, let's go back. And if I go to the side with the intention of blocking with my knight, right? This is actually winning for me. And instead of doing this, black, instead of going queen a3, sorry, will go queen a5. The idea behind this is I can't go knight a2 because I'll tell you why. He's going to take my queen. I'm going to recapture. And then, boof, right? Oh no, I've lost a piece. And now I'm losing the game because I'm going to be a couple of pawns down, right? That's the idea, I think, I guess. So he would have gone queen a5, and then we would just repeat moves again. He'd go back to b4 to give me a check on the b file. And what if you're wondering, why don't I escape this way instead? King c1, queen a3. Once again, go queen b1, king b1. He just repeats moves. If I go here, that's where I actually bottle the game because he gives me this check, and I can't move my king to the e file because of this monstrous rook. I would have to block with my knight, and then he would take the knight for free and be winning, or I would block with my queen and he would once again take the knight. Okay, so that's why I would be forced to stay on the A and B files like this without my knight being able to support me because he would trade and fork, um, without my king being able to escape here because he'd give me a back rank check on A1 somewhere, without being able to come forward because once again he just perpetuals me. So that's why here his mistake, I guess, was not doubling down on the perpetuals. He should have doubled down on it and gone queen b4, queen a5, queen b4, queen a3. But instead he missed it completely and went knight b6. Okay, so then I went knight a2, and after that, even if I played an inaccuracy, I'm still plus 1.67 points up, right? Not in terms of material, but in terms of the future prospects. So then I go here, queen c3. Queen b4 is best because I think it's more direct, I suppose. I didn't realize it at the time of the game that he went rook e2. Mistake. Okay. I guess the reason I had to play bishop h3 was because it attacks the king, really. As soon as I move my bishop, I have a new threat included. So I guess my I did see this during the game, but I didn't see this when I was playing the move rook g1. So this is a thing to work on. All right, bishop c1. Then a bunch of stuff happens. Um, After here is just I'm winning. Okay, no question. That's a mistake. Yeah, I should have seen Rook G8 to be honest. If it was a classical game, I would have seen this, but I was stressed and it was blitz and I had 8 seconds on the clock. Oh, how is it? How is it equal here? It's apparently equal. It's apparently a draw in this position because he has Queen A5, right? And this happens where if I don't move my knight, it gets taken because I can't protect it. If I do move my knight, he takes his rook here, right? And I can understand why it's a draw, even if, to be fair, in blitz I would probably win this, um, just because I just have more pieces, you know. Okay, so b5, and the reason why this is a drawn position is because I have no infiltration points here, right? My rook can't be used to infiltrate anything because of my idiotic decision to come back instead of go here and chase the pawns. So moral of the story is, guys, always chase the pawns, always eat the pawns. Okay, um, take from that message whatever you will. Let's get back to, you know what? Let me just see the rest of the game. So then he blundered his rook, yeah, and then he lost. Okay, so I'm gonna play another game. So I've won two and I've lost two. I lost the first two, then I two in a row. Let's see what happens here. I'm playing another guy. 2300 this time. Someone higher rated than me. And fun fact, I've re-exceeded 2300 again. Let's play this Budapest Gambit. Take the pawn. He was attacking my knight, by the way, in a real blitz game in an in-person tournament. I once missed this, so it's a little mistake that I'm glad I corrected. Now we can go here and here. If he goes f4, I can just come back. Not a big deal. Okay, what's my opinion so far on this position? Well, I think my plan is quite rigid, really. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna castle, pin the knight, really, and there's no criticism really of the position that I can make without really feeling guilty. Okay, let's go here. Attack a bunch of stuff. That is a weakness for him, yes. So he may have to go bishop e2 castle or take the knight. Taking the knight wouldn't be ideal because he would be literally losing a piece from f3, and my piece on e5 would be replaced by another piece. Okay, let's castle and go d6, a5. The idea essentially is to hammer down on the dark squares, to really be aggressive with them and go a5. Okay, um, he may do the same thing with the light squares by going knight d5, by taking this and going f4 and stuff. Of course, f4 at the moment is looking dull for him, but he can go knight a4 as I accurately predicted, I guess. So now I think I should take this and then go queen f6, knight e5. Right? The move order makes a lot of sense to me. Um, let's see. Well, queen e7 is better because I need to be protecting the c5 square more rigidly. Otherwise, he would take on c5, go bishop e3, and e5 as soon as I go b6, which would basically hit this diagonal here. Right, now let's take, and the good thing with this is that I've opened up a new file for myself, and I've gained access to another square, which is the default square. So now let's go here and threaten to steal away from him his bishop pair. Then I can completely... Oh, I don't completely confiscate his file from him because he has this cheeky move, bishop c5. So I do have to still be careful, unfortunately. Sometimes I don't want to be careful, I want to do what I want, but today, not today. Let's go here anyway. Inviting him to go f4. I should take the pawn. Yes. We do have moments where we just play these goofy moves. Okay, queen c2. Then I can go one of my rooks to d8. Still picking which one. Or do I go f5 first? I think I go f5 because otherwise he goes f4, f5, and that's just a annoying situation for me. Let's go f5. Take this and see what happens. I'm sure he's surprised. He would have expected me to go rook d8, but you know. Oh, what's this? Oh, Zen mode. Control Z. Okay. I don't like Zen mode personally. I want the board to be big. Okay. Let's go here or here. Somewhere at least. Let's go to c6. And then target the default square like that. Yep, he has got himself a passed pawn, but he's also weakened his structures for the end game. So I don't think I've lost anything significant here. Let's anyway just do this. And, I don't think my position is bad at all. I think I'm sort of slightly worse maybe because of the fact that I have double pawns. But I think I'm using my double pawns in a really instructive way to control the center in a nice way. So it's a win-win, and I'm the only one who's winning. Not in this position, but in. Okay, don't worry. Let's go here. Take this, and put the rook behind or something. I don't know, whatever happens. Yep. Question is, do I take by rook or by pawn? I'll take by pawn, just because this pass pawn is sort of starting to worry me a little bit, and I don't want to really just trade blindly into an endgame. I just want to keep more pieces on. It would benefit my uh, structure, my complex more, right? Because I don't know, my pawn chain is pointing towards his king, his pawn chain is pointing towards my queen. So my attack should be directed towards the king, and his should be towards the queen side. You know, that doesn't always apply. Maybe not here, but it's just a thought, really. Let's go b6 now to ensure that his bishop sort of vapes, really. Just breathing. It doesn't even breathe out, it vapes, right? This bishop is completely blind, and it's injecting itself with random chemicals. It's doing absolutely nothing. It's not serving society at all. It's doing zero things, right? Kids don't vape. Now, what should we do? Let's go queen here, maybe. Something. G5 is also a... Oh, G5 is actually quite attractive. Let's go king h8, G5, rook G8. Okay? Um, the reason is because I think my pawn chain is well geared towards attacking the king. So let's go rook G8. He may go rook G1 and follow suit. Follow suit, yes, yes. Anyway, let's see. Queen h4 maybe attack this. Let's see. Okay, it's 1:15 now. I'll probably make this the last game and um, then I'll sign off. Okay, because I need to be doing a few other things now. Okay, anyway, what do you guys think about this red thing overall? I never really was a fan of the color red, just because it looked way too aggressive to me. But I really like darker shades of red, such as burgundy, as you can see on my tie, oxbloods, and those reds. Those really appealed to me a lot as someone who's obsessed with classic style. So that's why. Okay, g4. Oh, this guy is an absolute rusher. He's rushed into playing g4. I don't know if I should consider that a success or not, but I guess it does open up a diagonal towards his king, so success, yes. Yes, success. Anyway, movie references aside, should I just go g6 and play it safe? Because if I do take him, he gets all the benefit of activity, so I'll do that then. I don't want to give him easy activity. The idea was he would go f5 and he would go here. But now, with my newly modified pawn structure, thanks to playing g6, he doesn't have f5, so I'm doing okay. Okay, queen h4, queen d7, stuff. Random stuff happened. Let's go rook d8 maybe. Oh, I'm actually under time pressure. I didn't realize. Let's go here and target the pawn. Queen e2 was expected. Let's go rook to f8 and target this pawn. So I'm sort of trying to prod at his defense, trying to challenge him essentially. But the issue with rook d8 is he can go bishop d5 now, which he missed, thankfully. Let's take. To be honest, that wasn't the best decision, but let's blockade his structure like this. Take here. Yep, all normal stuff, nothing special. I may have to retreat my queen back to the center of the board just so that he doesn't, as you can see, he is trying to infiltrate me. Let's go here now. Okay, okay, not a big deal. My check is more deadly than his check. Well, actually, both checks are quite useless, but you know, we're just doing what we can. He might give me a check on the back rank. Yep, and I block it easily. I'm gonna just go rook e8 and threaten to threaten. I'm not really threatening anything, but I'm threatening to threaten. That's all that matters in this world. So, okay. All right. Let me just give him a random curveball check, I suppose. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's actually a good move. Let's go back. Okay. That was actually a good move. I didn't see it genuinely. Rook g1. Let's go here. Trying my best not to get checkmated right now. Which is highly likely situation that. Oh, I nearly lost some time. That could happen because But yeah, I also have this check here which he's failing to account for, I guess. Let's go check here. Do I have a win? Let's go here and risk it all. Yeah, I think I'm winning because he can't stop this checkmate. He can by going queen d5 and protecting his rook, but I have queen f1. Yep. Oh, he has e8. I blundered. No. Why did I blunder? No. Oh. Okay. Oh. Anguish. Anguish. Oh, I should be mewing. And now this guy, he's quite a good player. He's good with his queens and rooks. Okay. You know what? Let me try and cheese a stalemate. Who knows? It's blitz after all. There we are. This Peaky Blinder isn't even going to take the pawn. Yep. That's quite goofy. Yep, he takes it. Move the king and then his mate into. Okay, GG. Let me send him a GG message. Good game. Duolingo. Parrot says GG. Parrot or bird? Don't know what it is, but yeah. That's the game, I guess. I've won 3 and I've lost 2. It's nothing really special, I suppose. Let me just check my stats real quick, just for you guys here. Yes, I've reached my peak already. Look at this. Look what I've written here as my status. Should I change it to something? Let me change it. Um, Let me change it to, I don't know, 50 character limit. That's annoying. What should I change my status to? Um, I don't know. If you chase after butterflies, they will fly away from you. But if you build a garden, they will come to you. Not enough characters, never mind. How about, I don't know. I'd be goofing. Perfect. All right. Let's see. So stats. Let's look at bullet first. Okay. So my account was made in 2014, 8 years ago, by the way. Just under 8 years. So all right. In terms of bullet, my rating is 2251, which is, I remember some years ago, 1 year ago, I think, I made a video saying, uh, I won't end this video till I get to 2400 or something. Now I've tanked all the way down to 2250. So, but yeah, win rate of 67%, win rate with white 67, win rate with black 67. So I'm quite con consistent there. I've only drawn one. Let's see, all-time statistics. My all-time statistics, my win rate is actually lower. But yeah, let's look at Blitz. So here's my Blitz. My rating is 2296 at the moment. I managed to somehow get it up to nearly 2400 last year in December, like just before the new year, but then I just flopped here somehow. Lost a few games in a row here, and I'm here now. I am the first rated player out of all my friends, though, I guess, my chess friends, so that's an achievement. All-time statistics. My win rate 63%, with white a bit higher, with black a bit lower. My draws are, I don't know. My losing rate is actually the same with both colors. Blitz. Okay, let's check rapid. Everything else is irrelevant. Daily is irrelevant. Everything else. So my rapid is like 22-ish hundred, 2070, not too bad, with a 68% win rate, 75 with white and 61 with black. That's for 90 days for the last 3 months. For all time, however, it's pretty much similar actually, just 1% off. Okay, so yeah, what do you guys think? I've definitely not improved in terms of my rating, because I've had other things to do, but there we are. But yeah, I'm sort of chilling at this moment, really. Um, Not chilling in the literal sense, but no. Okay. Well, have a good day, everyone. I'm happy that you've watched and uh, observed my perfect tie dimple here. Um, I'm happy that you've maybe if you've accomplished stuff whilst I was away from the camera with my face. Um, have a good day, everyone. Please like my videos, subscribe to me if you find me interesting. If you don't find me interesting, then give me any comment anyway. It helps with the algorithm. So this is to my haters, to my enemies as well. I don't have any enemies, but have a good day, everyone. Please comment. Give me a video suggestion. Like nothing too rude or anything. I trust you. See you soon.